You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
How you doing, brother?
Oh, man, I'm seeing the plane, everything.
That's what's up, man. Thanos. I got Thanos on the line. What's goody?
The boy Thanos is here, man. Developing this plan on how to take out the rest of these Avengers.
Yo, when you said that shit, Cass, I cannot lie, man. I was like, yo, that shit is so fucking fire. Just the analogy.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, you know you're a wordsmith, so you come up with some. Sometimes it be some crazy shit, but sometimes it be some fire ass shit. So let me say this to you. Welcome.
Fire. I think sometimes people just don't understand it. Like, I be so complex with my thoughts that sometimes my thoughts go over the average person's head because they so used to other people's thoughts, which is easy to catch. So they don't really know how deep I go, and they don't really understand all of the things I bring to the table. But everything I come to the table would be fire, man.
Yeah, it's like that in battle rap general, man. When I talk to when I watch a lot of battles, like, I don't get everything everybody says. You know what I mean? In order for you to get everything, you know, that everybody says, you have to watch the same thing. You got to come from the same era, or come from the same type of community, or come from the same state, or, you know what I mean? So sometimes the way people say things, you know, you can't always understand everything. So I get that a lot when I watch battle raps. Yo, one thing I want to say to you, brother, is welcome to the new era of battle rap.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, man.
Okay, man, you came back. Now that you've been on that stage, what's the different feel that you got now? Now, before you got on the stage, you know, like I always say, man, the era you come from, what you do, how you do, you've always been king. You know, now you came into the URL and you got on that stage. What's the difference between back then and now that you've been on the URL stage? And again, I'll always say no disrespect to you and Disaster, which was a good battle either way. So I just think the URL crowd is different. What was your feeling on that stage?
I think the culture needs to shift. I think things need to change. I think what's expected from battle rappers need to be different. I think how battle rappers perform and what they show up with need to be different. I think a lot of things need to be adjusted, and I was waiting for someone to do it, but it's been so many years going past with it staying the same or even getting worse. So I definitely had to come back and make these adjustments. And I don't know if you realize, but as we speak right now, the culture is shifting. The game is changing. Like, it's never going to be the same. Like, the resolution was a culture shifting time. So after the resolution, things will never be the same. How people analyzing battle rap, how they breaking down bars, how they realizing that bars can be even deeper than what you thought in. It's like even the whole way that people are approaching battle rap right now is different, and that's what I wanted to do. That was my intentions when I came back. I wanted things to be different, so I had to play that villain, that Thanos character. I knew the URL crowd, my first time there, they was going to be against me. They was creating that narrative from the beginning, way before. You could even see in the face-off, it was me against everybody. And if it was a crowd there in the face-off, it wouldn't have been the same. Because the crowd, the URL crowd, wouldn't have been cheering for everything I said in the face-off. They would have been cheering for everything that the battle rapper said in the face-off. So if it was a crowd, like in front of a live studio audience, that type of feel at the face-off, it would have been a different energy. So that's why people are confused about the energy at the battle, because they're going by the crowd. But you can't go by that. You got to go by what was actually said and what actually happened. And that's what battle rap is about. And I don't believe that it's a new wave or new change or this is what you got to do in this new age, because nobody made them rules up. Nobody sat down at the table and said, all right, these are the rules, or this is how the new game goes. Like, who made up those rules? And a lot of the people that's responsible for bringing them rules to the table don't even rap. So I'm not going to accept that that's the new wave and that's the new rules. Battle rap is about seeing who got the best bars and who got the best shit to say and the most creative shit to say and the most original shit to say. That's what battle rap is about. And all of the other things can play a part, but they just little factors. They are nowhere near as big as the most important part, and that's bars. So that's the reason why I'm back to shift the culture. And I knew what they expect on the URL stage, and that's why I was there. I got enough strength to stand up to that, to deal with that and still pull through, because it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that crowd that was there. The hip-hop community is so huge. It's the biggest music in the world right now. My fan base is all through the world. So it's bigger than just that URL crowd. So I was serving a bigger purpose. I was trying to change the whole culture. So I could have did little things that impressed that crowd and could have, had the crowd going crazy, but I would have just did the same things that the other battle rappers do that I'm criticizing. So I would have just made it, just contributed to making the industry or the culture worse. So I didn't want to do that. So I had to come back and do what I did.
But see, that's why I said to you earlier, welcome to the new era of battle rap. So what it sounds like is that you're going to come and try to change, how battle rap has been structured. And again, it's become structured by the fans. So, back in the day when you used to, battle on the street, it was different. There were street cats out there, your boys, the person you battling, his boys. That's a different crowd. Now we got your everyday guys, your carpenters, your businessmen, your people that work at Walmart. You have a whole plethora of different types of people that watch battle rap now. So it's about pleasing the audience. Like MC means move the crowd, right? So if you get on that stage, you have to please that crowd. So, and if that's what they're looking for, and you don't give them what they're looking for, then that's where you have the problem in battle rap. So I understand what you're saying.
Let me add to that though. People don't know what they're looking for. That crowd don't know what they're looking for, and the fans can't determine it because that's not all the fans. There's way more people in the world that feel as though I want to battle than good. There might be URL fans that always go to URL events. There might be a different percentage of those people that feel like Good's won, because I'm coming at all of them. I'm the one coming at the battle rapper. So if you're a fan of any battle rapper, I'm coming at your favorite battle rapper. It's like I'm coming at your culture that you a part of. So that's why people feel like they got to go against me. But I'm talking about the whole world. If you look at the world, more people feel like I won. More people feel like I body good. Like more people are judging by bars. If you go to any of the people that's breaking down the bars or reading the bars out, it's people that read my bars that got over 50,000 views on me just reading my bars. That's the energy I bring. Goods never bring that type of energy. So who does it feel like one? Like when you put my name on the blog, people gonna tune in because I'm the energy, not good. It's like I'm setting up this next event that's gonna be just as big as the resolution, if not bigger. I got a bigger name battler that I'm about to battle. I'm already in negotiations, and every league hitting me up for my next event. I just got to decide what I'm about to do next. But Goods don't got those options. I'm really winning. You know what I'm saying? I dropped a 7 over another song after that, going over 7 minutes. Nobody never did nothing like that in their life, and that was just leftover bars that I had for Goods because the way the conditions was, I didn't even get to do what I really wanted to do. And I still got plenty more bars. So that's how conditioned I am. I want to just show the difference between me and them. So there's no new wave. I'm not going to say like being lazy, settling for less, not having no bars is the new wave. I'm not going to never agree to that. That's not the new wave. Not having no bars and just bouncing around on stage, not even looking at the nigga that you battling, not making no eye contact, not looking believable when you say a gun line. You saying it like it's a cartoon, not like you will really shoot somebody. That's not performance to me in battle rap. Maybe in something else, a different sport or a different thing. But in battle rap, that's not performance to me. If you don't look the man that's in his eye when you telling him something crazy, then I don't believe you. So that's not performance to me. Just throwing your hands out or rapping to the battle rappers that was in the front row, that's not performance to me. Who can't do that? You don't gotta practice to do that. That's so easy. That's not chill. It's not like, oh, your performance. Like, that's goofy shit. I don't feel like that's what battle rap is about. And I just feel like the crowd was against me, or it seemed like the crowd was against me because the URL, all of the people that was in front, all of the people that was near the mic, all of the people were supporting Goods because I'm Thanos and they are Avengers.
Right.
So I understand why the crowd was having that type of reaction. But if you look at the battle, fuck the crowd, just write the bars out. There's people that go to Rap Genius. They got the bars written out. If you just read the bars, any bar, you can clearly see I'm rhyming more syllables, using more schemes, more figurative language, and saying way more original, complicated shit than Goods is ever. He didn't say one hot bar the whole rap. And everybody that keeps saying Goods won, they only judging it by the crowd reaction. They not judging it by bars. Because everybody that say Goods won, me and my fans, the people that support me, are asking, how did he win? What did he say? And nobody can pull the bar that Goods says to convincingly say that he beat me. Nobody. So how did he win? Just because the crowd said it? No, you gotta really beat a nigga. You gotta, when you battle rap, you gotta really beat a nigga. You can't just go by the crowd saying something and just say he won. No, what did he say? None of that shit he said was real. None of that shit hold no weight. None of that shit. It's probably like 2 or 3 lines that even you can even say that you can even ride with. The rest of that shit was 100% lies. So how can a nigga win a battle like that? That's not good for the culture, and I'm not willing to say that's the new wave. That's no wave. That shit is not it. Never. Not back in the day. Not last year. Not next year. Not 10 years from now. That's never gonna be the wave. The octop rap. That's what they doing. They trying to Google and find any type of rumor, whether it's true or not, and just put it in the bar. And y'all accept that? That's not the new wave. That's corny shit. That's what females do, and that's what like TMZ and niggas that want to spread media do. Not battle rappers. Niggas don't do that.
So let me ask you this.
It seems like that's the most important thing nowadays. And I can't agree with that. And I can't rock with that. And I'm not going to encourage the niggas that's under me or the niggas that rock with me to go in that direction, because that's not what battle rap about. And that's not what bars about. And that's why when they get on beat, they can't translate it. That's why when they get through music, they shit sound horrible. And that's the reason why I dropped the song afterwards, to show niggas the difference. Like, not only can I get busy on stage, but I also can get busy on the beat. My shit can translate on anything that is real bars, not that goofy shit y'all be doing.
So let me ask you this. Now, I hear what you're saying, totally. So is it not important for you to win over the crowd, the fans, other than your own fans? Like, I know you have your personal fans that people gonna always rock with you.
That's why I got way more fans than Good.
No.
Bird's won over more fans than me.
No, Cass.
That energy in there, but he don't have more fans than me. He didn't have more fans than me that came out to that event. Or he would have been selling out events like that. Not would have been able to book big venues like that if Good had that type of energy. He don't. Those was there for me. But the people that was creating the energy in the building, it was a setup. That's why I said I'm Thanos and they the Avengers. Because I walked into a room full of Avengers and it was all set up right there. So we helped them with it. They coached them. He was spitting a lot of stolen raps. He even stole one of my raps that I said, one of my lines that I said against disaster, one of my easy pass lines. He flipped that around and said it back to me. That's a violation. There's why other battle rappers got to pull up that had battles before that he stole lines from. I seen him sitting next to Fred the Godson, and he said a line that he said in the battle. You sitting right next to him in the video. He say that you go crazy over the line, and then you say it to me in the battle, and nigga saying he won. Come on, man, we gotta get. And the bloggers is responsible. Y'all supposed to be on his research and supposed to be on top of that and letting the streets know. That's violation of battle rap. How better if niggas keep accepting that dumb shit? Like, it's about who the best, man. Who got the best bars and who capable of doing the most shit. Not who could write a little corny-ass, short-ass verse and needs 6 months to write it. How is you creative? How is you even a battler? You can't even really do shit. Like, I'm not tolerating that. That shit is garbage. Niggas gotta step up their work ethic. Niggas gotta get more on their job. And niggas gotta be real rappers, not just battle rappers on the stage jumping around and acting goofy. Show me that you a real rapper, man.
So, but look, like I'm trying to ask that question because I'm trying. Does it matter with the battle rap community, the battle rap crowd? Like I was trying to ask you earlier, is like you have your hardcore fans, and I'm sure you got new fans after you battled Goods. I'm sure you got a lot more new fans. But does it matter to you to actually win over the battle rap crowds that we have, the new people that are into battle rap? Hold on. Let me finish, Cash. I'm sorry. Let me finish. The new crowd, that the people that's coming to, like, there's a lot of people that are into battle rap that didn't even know who you were, right? So does that matter that you, because do you feel you won in the building?
I won't tell you. There's no separation between in the building and on. It's like, did you win or not? That's goofy. Did you win or not? Who said the best shit? Who body who? Like, there's no in the building and no difference. It's like, I bodied that man. I said way better shit than her. And I just gave you an example how he stole bars. How he never looked me in my eye. I tapped his pockets. I'm all in his face, putting my fingers all in his face, disrespecting him, talking about his daughter. He said nobody could talk about his daughter. I mentioned his daughter. Do whatever I wanted to do. And I came out there wildlife. It's not like I bought an army that he did. And I came up there wildlife talking shit. That's a real battle rapper. That's who won in the building. Because that's what I did to him in the building. I tapped his pocket in the building. I talked about his daughter in the building. I was looking in his eyes and looking him in his face and calling him all type of names in the building. Not so it's no difference. But what I'm trying to tell you is I do have this new battle rap crowd. That's why I'm putting up all these numbers on every blog site. That's why this battle is nothing bigger than this. This battle going to do the biggest numbers. It put up the biggest pay-per-views. You've seen it sold out the biggest venue, the quickest. That's all me. That's not good. That's me. You know what I'm saying? That's me. So I have the most fans. It's just like this. When rap first started, I'm sure that the music business didn't like rap. I'm sure it was getting booed. They thought it was a fad. They thought it was going to die out completely. They didn't think it was a real form of music. Now it's the biggest music in the world. But how can you make it become the biggest music in the world if the people in the beginning didn't fight and let people know that this what it was? They like, no, the culture is disco. How can you bring this out? That's not the culture. Ooh. But niggas kept pushing it, and now it's the biggest music in the world. So that's what I'm doing. I'm pushing what's right in battle rap. Of course, when I first jump on the stage and I'm coming with a completely different thing than what niggas ever seen, they not going to know how to accept it right away. You know, it might take time for them to really understand what's going on. Them bars that I was saying were so advanced that the crowd wasn't touching them, bro. That all that shit was going over their head. They don't understand that shit. They never seen nothing like that. So how can you expect them to just embrace it and touch it right from the rip? It's advanced shit. They're going to have to study and look back on that to catch what I'm doing. And it's going to encourage other niggas to get on their jobs like I've always been doing in this music shit. So that's what I'm doing. So I don't expect everybody to know what I'm doing and have it all in their head because I'm advanced. I'm setting the way. I'm paving the way. I'm showing niggas what's expected. And that's why I'm shifting shit around as we speak. But you can't say they pleasing the battle rap crowd, because if you was, you would have had the next battle set up. Niggas would be throwing blogs about who they want to see him battle next. Leagues would be calling him to set up his next battle. Them blogs or whatever videos he on and dropping, them shits will be getting views, but they not, because he don't got the battle rap community, because they don't want to hear that corny shit he's talking. They want to hear this shit, this broke shit I'm talking. 5,2-0. Nobody can fuck with me, and I'ma always show up with better bars, no matter who they put me in front of. So that's what niggas want to hear. They want that type of champion, not a soft ass nigga like Good. So that's the difference. I just got old, proud of when I used to battle rap. I got new niggas too, babies, little kids. Everybody fuck with me because I'm that energy. I'm that nigga.
I agree. Let me ask you now. After the battle, I appreciate, number one, man, that you actually took the time out to talk with me after the battle. But it seemed like after the battle, like I don't think you did any other interviews, and I think you wound up leaving not too long after I did the interview with you. What was your actual feeling after the battle? Like, why didn't you stay around and, do some other interviews and stuff like that? Why did you wind up leaving?
Because everybody was against me. You felt it. You was there. You
Right.
seen it. The whole crowd, everybody, all the Avengers was directly positioned in the front row. I never seen no shit like that in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I never seen them set up all the Avengers like how they did in the front row. Good had all
they were in the front.
Good had all these spots. That you want to be able to see them controlling the energy of the crowd, being on the stage, throwing their arms up to hype people up at certain times, and that's what they was doing because they haters. They don't like to see me talk this shit. And once they seen that first round, they knew he was dead. It was the first round knockout anyway. But they just couldn't have it because I was talking shit after that round. They couldn't even deal with it after the round, so they had to change the energy. And that's why they start hyping up that corny shit he said. Super corny shit. They started hyping it up and cheering and started booing that crazy shit I was saying to try to switch it up. But when you listen to the bars and you go back and watch the video, you can't change what the bars were. Fuck the boos and the eyes and the cheers and all that, because Goods got booed too. They was booing his shit too. It's just the Avengers in the front wasn't. So it didn't seem as loud and as aggressive when they was doing his shit, because all of the Avengers in the front right by the mics was. That's the difference, man. But at the end of the day, who said the best shit? Who looked more like they had the most passion? Who looked like they put in the most work to prepare for this shit? And I took off wild years. I don't battle rap all the time. I ain't forget no lines. I ain't mumble. I ain't stutter. I ain't look scared. Or none of that. I went on stage, did my thing, bodied that man. But the energy was still against me, and I knew that. So that's why I got up out of there, because that's not my crowd. That's his. He was the one shaking everybody's hand after the battle, friendly. Thank you. Like, thanks for doing that. And I'm up out of there because I'm saying I don't want to hang around the Avengers. Why would I? Why would you want to hang around the Avengers if you Thanos? Why? You're not trying to chill around them niggas. It's not chill time. Like, when we around each other, it's time to get busy, man.
Right. Well, again, I guess I know they said, I know you got, the crowd was booing when you battled Disaster the first time, but this time, it was a lot more, and you never left the stage and went into the garage. So do you feel when you come back for your next battle, is that going to be something you're concerned about? Is that something you want to overcome the next time you actually battle? Does that matter to you?
Because our body Disaster and our body Goods, and everybody with any common sense know that. All of the niggas that's rating the bars know that. Everybody that matters know that. Only niggas that's saying Goods one is niggas that's going by the crowd, and they're going to regret it, and they're going to change up their statement once the video drops. It's like it's already shit, and niggas know who the best. You can listen to that 5002 and know that I just dropped.
Fire.
Just a couple of lines, and you could just tell who's capable of doing better shit. Like, you don't even have to see the battle. You could just listen to a couple of them bars and tell that there's no way in the world Goods could beat me. So it's like, that's the difference. And I'm bringing back that energy, so I'm excited. I don't got to change nothing to shift nothing for the crowd. I'm making the crowd. That's what I do. I change shit around. When I first came with this style of punching every line, niggas wasn't used to that. It's not like everybody was cheering. Like, that was just a popular style. Everybody like, yay! It was confusing. Niggas wasn't catching all the punches. I ain't like it at first. But I kept pushing it. I kept doing it. And now it's what everybody says. Now it's just the end thing. But I made it like that. And I'm making something like that now with battle rap. I'm shifting the culture as we speak. And I'm capable of doing it, and that's why I'm doing it. But I'm not going to change and do that goofy shit they do to try to please their fans. No. I'm going to make their fans feel dumb for even liking what they like, and then my fans won't still be there. So it's going to be all of the fans that's going to fuck with the shit that I'm doing, and that's bringing bars back. Bars is back.
What do you say about people that were saying the bars you were saying? A lot of that stuff you could have said that to anybody, and the stuff Goods was saying was pretty much directly at you. Like, so his everything he was saying was pretty much, based around you. But a lot of the stuff you were saying, it could have been said to anybody, because you really wasn't going at him.
All of that shit that I said to him was directly towards him. Like, yeah, my other people, because Goods is a nobody. I'm not a gossip rapper. I'm not gossip about Goods all day because he's a nobody. He don't even got a life. Look him up. You try to not even the rap. Just try to write a little short story about Goods. You can't find nothing.
Unless you're a battle rapper that just watch battles and got your own opinion, that's the only person that can write about Goods. There's no other information out there about Goods like it. He's not famous. He's not popular. He's not a star. So
but we knew that going into this. We knew that. You were more popular to him because you're all around.
Let me finish. So if he's not a star and he's not popular and there's no information out there that nobody give a fuck about, that nobody know about, how can you keep going personal towards this nigga? That's not my style of rap. I don't give a fuck about his personal life if he's a corny nigga. What I'm telling you is that you're not fucking with me. Like, I don't give a fuck about all that gossip rap. That's corny dick shit. I don't like that. I'm not going to support that and come back and just... But it was shit directed at him, like when I talked about his daughter on the next sex tape. Like when I fucking... Everything I was saying was directed at that nigga. Like that fake-ass Ice that he dropped will not make the swelling go down. Like,
that was fire.
That's him. It's not for nobody else. All that shit was for him. Like, that 5002 and know you could pull that up. All that shit is for him. And I got wild other shit that I didn't get to say on stage that was all for him. So it's like, it don't matter. It's like I'm better regardless. That shit he was saying towards me was all lies. So if y'all want to talk about angles and want to talk about personals that was directed at me, if all that shit was directed at me, it got to be based on some truth, and none of that shit was. None of that shit. Like, none of that last round, none of that second round, and none of that first round was based on no truth. And I be asking these Goods fans to let me hear something that he said, and nobody can quote nothing. And niggas is even scared to pull the line with me on the phone because they know it's based off lies, and I'm going to break it down and make niggas feel like, man, why I say that line?
But the chauffeur line was fire. The casket line was fire. You know, I got casket ready. Those were fire.
Go for it. You was in Maybachs and all this shit and all that dumbass shit. What are you talking about?
That shit was fire though, Cass.
Oh,
it was fire.
I didn't like it. I don't remember that. I wasn't on Maybach music, and I don't remember all that. Young guy, I never had no chauffeur. I always drove my own shit. Fuck is you talking about? You never seen me with birds and shit. I'm always driving my own shit. What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas, what are you talking about? That shit was trash. He's just trying to, what do you mean? I've been good. I could book Goods for $6,000, bro, for a battle. You make it seem like Goods getting wild money. Stop trying to make it seem like he could talk this money shit with me. That's why I'm not even going to go in that direction, because it's stupid. I'm not going to sit there and battle with stupidness. There's no reason to even talk that with him. So even if I did used to drive and Maybach the Phantoms, I had them, you never had one. You could add up all of the cars that you ever had, put all of the prices together, and you still couldn't get a Phantom. So what are you talking about? Like, that's stupid shit. I don't like that. That's dumb little kid shit, and I'm not in that. I'm a grown, super grown-ass man. Like, come on.
Listen, I was talking to Math, right, and I thought the analogy he gave me was fire.
Before Smack started, I still get royalties from songs that I put out, a lot of songs, before Smack, the URL even started. I'm still getting royalties from those songs. So what is he talking about? He's a stupid little nigga. So them lines is trash. Like, and that's not directed at me. You gonna say that's directed at me, but my lines ain't directed at her. That shit trash. I ain't that nigga that was in Maybach and all that, and I ain't never had no chauffeur and all this shit and Swiss and all that shit. You know, Swiss just texted me this morning. That's my family. You don't know what the fuck you talking about with Swiss. You always wanted to get a deal with him when you said we were supposed to have first battle. You was trying to get a deal with him. When I got locked up and went to jail, because you knew when I was around, you couldn't even get a meeting. So when I got locked up, you finally got a chance to get a meeting. And you got a meeting and you thought you was going to work something out. And you realized you was trash. And you still couldn't do nothing with Swiss. And until this day, if you bodied me, why Swiss ain't text you this morning? Why you not working with him? Because you fucking trash. Everybody know that. Everybody in the industry know Good's trash. So come on, it don't make no sense. Everybody know our bodies that man. It's just the URL can't deal with that. They can't have no industry nigga coming in there talking shit about every URL rapper. I ain't say just one. I said I'm better than all them niggas. They can't have no nigga come back say he's better than all of them niggas and go on stage and body that man. That first round knockout, I killed that man from the first round. He never said no shit that whole night better than that shit. And don't that shirt fur line, that shit trash. Garbage shit.
So what about Rum Nitty? How do you think that's a better matchup for you if you don't think Goods was a better matchup? How about Rum Nitty?
I like Rum Nitty. He got punches, but I think he lost to T-Top. He about to battle Keyshawn. That's going to be a hard match for him. It's like he got a lot to do and a lot to prove. Like, he could punch, but there's a lot more than that with me. I don't just punch. I got a lot more with me. It don't matter, though. Like, this is what I keep telling people. I don't give a fuck. I don't got no picks like, oh, I want to battle him, or I'm a fan, so that's what they do with me. They are fans of me, so they want to battle me because they know that'll be the biggest match of their life. I don't got no picks.
No, my point, Cass, my point is that
whoever give me the next check, that's what we could do.
My point is that, you know, you keep making sure you always say that Goods is trash. You know, like pretty much saying he wasn't any competition before the battle, and he's still no competition after the battle. So that's why I bring up Rum Nitty, because if you talk about bars, like Rum Nitty has bars.
There's nobody that you're going to be able to name that's going to make them more competition. Like, they all lose to each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? They all on the same level. There's nobody else that you're going to name just because he got this and he got this and he got that. It's like, all right, cool. They all the same. When I'm going to be better than everybody before the battle, and I'm going to be better than everybody during the battle, and I'm going to be better than everybody after the battle. It don't matter who they is.
You the fucking man, Cass. I don't give a fuck with nobody says.
Whoever cut that next check, I'm going to tell them what I always tell them. My bad, that loud in the air. But I'm going to tell them what I always tell them. Pick who you want, bro. Whoever the fuck you want to get killed, pick them. That's what I do. I don't got no pick. Niggas can pick whoever they want. I be seeing goofy niggas commenting on my post and shit. Why you pick him, though? Why you don't pick somebody like this and stop picking this? I never pick nobody. Everybody else got picked by somebody else. It's whoever the league wants. I don't give a fuck. So if they want to pick from Nitty, they could pick him. But obviously they don't. They setting them up with different matches. That's not the names that's coming up. I'm telling you, I'm talking to these niggas. A lot of these niggas that y'all be suggesting, their names not coming up. And in order to get battle with me, you got to get the back, and it's just like a boxing match. You know, both of them got promoters, both of them got sides, both of them got investors. It's like, how are you going to get somebody to invest enough in you to battle me? Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to do that. It got to make sense to somebody. And obviously, if they can make it make sense to somebody, then let's get it. But if they can't, don't ask me. Like, I'm the one that got to make it make sense for them. They the ones that got to make it make sense. I could battle anybody. They the ones that got to fight for the battle, not me.
Before the battle, it was said that you spit your bars to a lot of other battle rappers. If that's true, did any of the battle rappers that you spit the bars to have you losing after the battle? You don't have to say any names. I'm just curious that anybody that you spit the bars to and they say, yo, this shit is fire, and then they had you losing after the battle. I'm curious of that.
Nah, I ain't really see that. I ain't really see none of them. The dudes that I let hear my raps, I ain't really see them say I lost. I didn't see that.
Okay. Yeah, because I know a lot of times, you know, like it wasn't for you or anybody. It's like I've seen battles and I was like, damn, did he let anybody hear those bars before he spit those bars, you know, to make sure that they were fire?
I got so much shit, though. It's not just like those bars. Like, that's how they write, because they just little niggas that don't really prepare. So they just got 2 rounds and they just say them 3 rounds to somebody. No, I can get on the phone and say a round to somebody that I still ain't used yet, that nobody ain't hear. It's not on 5,210 yet. And it ain't on, I ain't saying on the stage yet. It still could be more shit like that I let somebody hear. It could have been part of this or part of that. But maybe, like, you know what I'm saying? There's no telling what I let somebody hear. It's not like I let somebody hear everything because I got too much shit.
Now, you have watched the battles back, right? You watched the battle a couple times since after the battle?
Nah, I ain't been watching it. I've been trying to catch up on some shit. I ain't really been watching the battle because I already know. I was already there. I already know what he said. I mean, I looked over the bars, a couple people reading the bars back, just getting confirmation on the shit he said that was trash, but I ain't really been watching the battle back.
All right, and another thing I was trying to say earlier, I was speaking to Math, and Math broke down something for me that I thought was pretty dope, and he was saying like
in the box, double Dutch.
Huh?
Jump in the box, double Dutch.
Right. I think you said it was supposed to be hopscotch.
That was a dope bar. That was hard.
No. Listen, I was asking you this. Math was saying like battle rap is an opinionated art. It's like art opposed to a sport. And he broke it down and he's like art, like if you see a picture, like me and you could be in an art gallery, you see the picture like, yo, that shit is fire, and I'd be like, yo, that shit is ugly. You know, so that's how he broke it down. I thought that was fire because it makes sense that that's how battle rap is, because you can, let's just say you are the best rapper in the world, you know, but there are people that liked what Goods did, and then there are people that liked what you did. So can you debate that, you know, it's an opinionated sport, and can you debate on what people like and what people don't like? Can you knock them for liking what Goods did and not liking what you did?
All of good fans are making their opinions, are making their statements off opinion. But my fans are making it off the science. Like, it's not an opinionated sport, like it's a science to it. So if I say that I never met R. Kelly, we only met twice over 15 years ago, and then after that, they trying to make it seem like it's a rebuttal. That wasn't a rebuttal. If you say I'm in a hell with R. Kelly and you're going to send a girl in there or a nigga in there, whatever the corny ass line he said, how can you say that when I already made it known that I don't know R. Kelly? We don't be in a hotel together because I only seen that nigga twice when we did the song over 15 years ago, stupid. So how can I be in that? But they went crazy like that line hit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or, like, there's so many things that I could bring up in that battle that I mentioned, right? And then he mentioned afterwards and he screamed when it was a violation. There's so much shit that was a lie. Like, so much shit that don't got no backing that even the people that was involved will tell you it's a lie. Like, even Dark Low got a little blog. He's saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Cass ain't leave AR. We wasn't even, like, there wasn't no beef or nothing, but niggas wasn't even fucking with each other at that time. What he talking about? He left AR. What do you mean? Like, everybody that got any common sense that look at any type of blogs revolved around me know that, like, all that shit he was saying is a lie. It was already spoke about. Niggas already been talking about it. Disaster touched on it years and years ago. It's like all that shit corny. So they talking about outdated bars. That's outdated. If a nigga that I battled 4.5 years ago touched on all that shit, and then you come back and touch on it even worse with even more off than he was.
That's battle rap, Cass.
No, that's not.
It is.
That's not that. No, that's not.
It is.
A bunch of lies and a bunch of shit that a nigga said and outdated shit niggas already touched on. That's not battle rap. That's a deduction. That's not battle rap. I don't accept that. How is that battle rap?
Do you really have a
bars nigga said and you filling bars and touching on angles that niggas already addressed already? That's not even your angle. How can you do that? That's not battle rap. I don't accept that. That's goofy shit. And that's bitch shit, that gossip rap that they done, and I don't accept that. That's not battle rap. It's not. If it was battle rap, then they would be winning doing it. Why they not winning then? Why I gotta come back and stir this shit up? Why I gotta come back and get this shit lit? Why they not winning then? Why they not making this shit expand? Why more niggas interested now than ever? Why more niggas talking about it than ever? Why niggas views and subscribers going up? Why more niggas interested in battle rap? Why more niggas that's about to do movies about it and about to do TV shows about it? And why more brands about to get involved in battle rap? Why is more battle rap leagues getting bigger sponsors now and all that? Because of me.
Facts. We're not taking that away from you. We're not taking that away from you.
But you were saying that's battle rap. How can a nigga that's not doing what's right make the rules? That's not the rules. I'm making the rules. That's not battle rap.
My point.
It's a bunch of lies. If you is going to do bitch shit and you is going to do some type of gossip rap, it got to be based on some truth, some evidence. Like if you going to pull some evidence out that a nigga and you really pull a nigga card and you got some facts behind it, then that's something different. But you're not going to just be quoting a bunch of fucking lies and rumors that you don't got no facts behind and the shit don't hold no weight. And as soon as you say it, niggas know it's a lie. And niggas still cheer. That's not battle rap.
But Cass, do you really have a gun that'll sit an elephant down?
Of course I do.
Okay.
Of course I do.
Now, okay, but listen, let me say, hold up.
No, it's lift a hippo and knock an elephant down. Yeah. Yeah. Lift a hippopotamus and knock a fucking elephant down.
Okay, but listen, but again, we don't have proof of that. right? So we just gotta believe what you saying or not believe what you saying. That's battle rap. Most of the stuff people say in battle rap is not. You can't prove it. It's just words.
So listen, bro, I got a young nigga 16 that got guns that can lift a hippo and knock an elephant down, bro. My little niggas got them type of guns. So just because you don't got proof, I don't got to go on the video and show you all my guns.
Right.
It's like everybody in the fucking world got guns, man. How hard is that to fucking believe? That's not hard to believe. But to believe some fake-ass shit that's is totally impossible. Like, I never had a train. So that whole shit he's talking about is a lie. That whole shit about AR is a lie. The whole shit about Swiss and money and Carmelo and all this shit, what is you talking about? That don't even make no sense. Like, all that shit is a lie. So that's the difference between that gun line that you just said and what he said. It's a huge difference.
But it's just, like I say, that's battle rap in general. I mean, every battle rapper says a lot of stuff that is unbelievable. That's what makes it crazy.
No, it's not. That don't make it crazy. That make it corny. If you quoting a bunch of lies and fake shit, that make it corny. That make it corny. Nobody don't want to hear no lies. Niggas want to hear real shit, bro.
Well, all right, Cass. You remember?
You think niggas paying their money to go out there and see you say a bunch of rumors and lies that they can hear on the fucking... They could go on Twitter and just see a bunch of people talking about already? No, they want to hear some shit. They want to hear some bars. Some real shit. That's not battle rap. I'm not going to sit here and agree with that. That's not it.
I will answer this.
I'm controlling shit right now, and I'm shifting shit around, and I'm letting niggas know that's not it. Niggas not even going to accept that shit no more. If you going to come with that bitch gossip rap, that shit got to be based around something. You going to have to do some real research and have some shit to really talk about. You're not going to just go around with that rumors and all that fake lying shit and make it seem like you won because you just threw your arms around and just smiled a couple times. Fuck that. That's funny shit. I'm not with that, bro. I'm not with all that swag, this battle rap. Fuck all that, man. This shit got runway modeling. This shit not fucking acting or something like you need like a face for acting. Like this shit is battle rap, my nigga. Like I don't give a fuck about no swag and all that shit, man. I don't care about how my nigga. Like all them costumes and shit niggas wear, the boxing rings is cool. You could come out with a nigga carrying you like you could king. You could do whatever you want. That's all well and good. But I don't give a fuck about that. All I give a fuck about is how you fight, my nigga. Like, how is you getting busy? How is you going out there and beating this nigga the fuck up if I bet my money on you? I don't give a fuck about your costume, the swag, and if you shuffle your feet or this. I don't give a fuck about all that, my nigga. Like, how do you fight, my nigga? Like, the reason why Ali swag with the icing on the cake is because the nigga could fucking fight. Even without no swag, he'd beat a nigga the fuck up. So now that he got swag on top of that, that's what adds to it. But
and Floyd, too. I agree. I agree.
Swag, getting beat the fuck up all the time. And niggas like, but he got swag. What? No.
But it's battle rap, man. Like I say, and I guess that's going to be a hard job for you to do is to change how this thing has been going for so many years. Without you, and now for you to come back and then say you're going to change up the whole game. Good luck. That's going to be a hard job, brother, because people are like, this is what they watch now. You know what I mean?
You should already see the game changing, bro. It's just a battle that came out after mine, man. Like, what did it do? Was it like the resolution? Did it sell out like that? Is the numbers going to do like that? Like, no, I'm shifting the coach as we speak. You don't got to say good luck because I'm already on it. Niggas is about to demand it. The fans is about to demand it. Niggas not going to settle for less. You're not going to keep giving niggas dirt weed if it's that gank out there. If it's that loud out there, you're not going to keep just giving niggas dirt. But, of course, niggas was cool with dirt when they thought that's all that existed. But as soon as they see that gank out there, at first when they hit it, they going to be coughing. They might not like it. They like that shit too strong. They might think it's crack or something. But then when niggas get used to that loud, it's going to sweep the world. You're not going to give a nigga dirt now. Niggas need something loud. Like, and that's what niggas going to demand in battle rap. They're going to need something loud, not that goofy shit.
I'm not against it, and I'm not saying it ain't gonna happen. I'm just telling you, good luck. And if that works, then that works too. Because I'm a man. I like bars myself, so I totally agree. Like sometimes because you get on stage and take a shit on stage, don't mean you won the battle. You still got to say some shit. So I agree with that. But
you're like one of the dopest battle rappers when it comes to lyrics and bars.
Fact.
The reason why something that bad is because that's what y'all saying. This is battle rap. The game has changed. It's a new way. So when he tried to bring y'all niggas just straight bars and black on y'all, niggas wasn't accepting it. niggas ain't really accepted him until he started doing that goofy shit, and now niggas criticize it. But he just rubbed that shit in y'all face. That nigga really a smart nigga and just showed y'all
very
that
smart.
Y'all the ones bugging. Y'all the ones that fucking bugging. Y'all accepting this shit, but y'all wasn't accepting me when I had bars when really that's all I'm about. So that's all I'm about too. And there's a bunch of niggas like them in the industry. I mean, not in the industry, but in the culture, like them that don't agree with that good shit. Don't make it seem like the entire culture agree with good. You got a couple niggas on the side, but everybody don't. Shout out to Chef Trez. They did an interview with him right afterwards, and he said I won. It's like there's a lot of battle rappers that said I won, but niggas don't want to publicize that. There's a lot of bloggers that got 3-0 goods, but niggas don't want to publicize that. Niggas want to make it seem like every blogger and every battle rapper think I lost when that's impossible because I killed that nigga. And the footage is there, man. Whether Smack dropped the footage, whether niggas get it on pay-per-view now or however it come out.
Well, they can still get the VOD right now, right? The VOD is still available, right?
That's why I dropped the music, because it's streaming on these platforms. Niggas could be able to hear it now. 5002 and 0. You can hear bars right now. I'm getting busy. There's nobody in the industry or in battle rap with a record out like that. With that many bars, that much figurative language, it'll take niggas their whole career to think of that much shit that I just did after the battle. Because I really get busy.
All right, Cass.
And I got another one. Bars is back on all the platforms to stream that. There's more bars of me blacking out, talking crazy to these niggas, man, because that's what I do.
Well, yeah, and that can never be denied, man. Like I say, you know, I'll never take away, like, lyrically, you're a fucking animal. Consistent animal. I've never seen you choke in any video I've ever watched and shit like that, so that can never be taken away from you. How about the industry, people that you know in the industry, and people outside of the battle rap community? Has anybody said you lost that battle? Anybody? And be honest with me.
Not to me. I mean,
nobody.
Calling me to get any compliments. Like, niggas know what it is. Bars over bullshit. Bars over that dumb shit. Like, that mean bars is back. Bars is fire shit. Niggas know what it is. And especially after a couple days, a lot of niggas was just going by the crowd reaction. They was just, the crowd had them mesmerized. But when niggas went back and watched the battle over, they really came to their senses and really seen that I bodied that man 3-0. And some niggas give them in the second round because they feel like I stopped short and I ain't really complete my round, so I got disqualified the second. So some niggas giving it 2-1, but most niggas ain't giving it a disqualification because it was longer than his round. So they giving me a 3-0. But it's a bunch of niggas out there throwing that and feel like that, and those is the niggas I'm riding with. And the niggas that's riding with me got sense. They know how to talk. They got, you could tell that they really read, and those niggas got head on their shoulders. The niggas that's like good, they stupid niggas, because when you ask them to back up what they saying, they can't. And they repeating the same thing that everybody say. That's how you could tell they just repeat. He's delusional. I never heard the word delusional so much in my life since recent. How people been saying the word delusional? Niggas never said it that much. These niggas is Arctic eaters. Now he's delusional. For his story's outdated, You ask them, what do that mean? What do you say that was outdated? They can't quote nothing, they can't say nothing. They don't even know what outdated means. They just saying it. It's like a thing that's all good fans could do is just copy something somebody else said and put it back up on all the blogs. They don't really got nothing to say. And I'm still waiting for people to quote these bars that Good said to beat. Not like they want niggas to quote like 50 Cassidy bars that he said. But I just want you to quote one good bar. Just let me hear one good bar. And niggas can't even quote it. It's like all of them bars is just...
I told you 2 of them that was fire.
Nah, that was trash. That chauffeur one was garbage.
That was fire, Cass.
How, though?
It was fire. See, I think that's what's wrong, though, Cass, is that you're telling me what I like. You know what I mean? You're debating with me about what I like. You know what I mean?
I'm asking you how, because how...
Show for it? I mean, whether it's true or not, it was like, that's what I like about battle rap. I like the way words are put together. You know what I mean? Whether it's true or not, it's not really at the top of my list of what I like. You know what I mean? If it's put together right, I like it. So when he said show for it, like I said, when you know your shit, when you told him that, you know, that ice ain't gonna help with the swelling. Come on, I mean, those are fire bars. So some people might say to me, like, Unc, you bugging that ice and bring the swelling down is corny. Like, that's how you feel, but that's what I like. Maybe I'm an idiot. Yeah, I don't know, but it's what I like. So you can't really tell people what to like and what not to like. You know what I mean? It's like I say, it's all an opinion, though, right?
It's just about the figurative language you're using, the wordplay you're using, how many syllables rhyming, and how original the thing that you said is. Like, how many people touched on that before where you could pull from it from. All that is a part of the science. So if a person not informed and not really locked into the science and what they like is just, it's crazy. Like, just like people used to like more simpler rap when rap first came out because their mind wasn't developed enough to take what's going on nowadays. But since so much time passed, now they can take it. But if you come with some advanced shit, they're not going to be able to just take it right away, and that's what I'm coming with. But he's coming with old shit or the shit that they've been used to, so they can just easily catch it because they're used to catching that goofy shit. But I'm coming with some advanced shit that's hard to catch. Swagger rap is whack. Matter of fact, it's like a cat from Mexico that trapped all Kanye wearing the MAGA hat. A whole shirt and a pair of Yeezys trying swagger jack. You have a cat, lick a shot, it's the spot where you grab your yak. I have a cat, lick a shot, nigga shot, the MAGA clap. It's like all of that, Donald Trump is responsible for the MAGA hat, all Kanye with the MAGA hat. It's like a cat from Mexico because he's trying to build a wall to stop niggas from Mexico from coming over here. So if you a nigga from Mexico that trapped, why would you be wearing a MAGA hat? That's what it's like. That's the same shit. That's incredible. But that went over niggas' heads. Niggas can't catch that because it's too advanced. It's not just like go for it. It's not that. That's easy to catch. But that shit I just said, most of the niggas that I just, when I say that, when they hear this interview, they going to really get it. Like, oh, I didn't even know because it's like, it's just, my shit is just different. You know what I'm saying? It's just different, man.
You know why? Because sometimes, Cass, sometimes shit look better on paper than it does when you're saying it on a stage. That's why the stage is important too, brother. It's important.
When I say it to people that understand it, it's incredible. It's just because you can't understand it, you just got to read it. But that's what the niggas that's like not as advanced in the science going to have to do. But that's what I'm making them do. Write bars down and go over it so you can catch up. But the niggas that's already caught up don't gotta write it down because they can catch it soon as I say it because they're more advanced in the science. So everybody, like when I say that the battle rappers, they going crazy because they advanced in the science and they can catch it. But all of the fans can't catch it so they don't understand it right. That's the difference. So don't think when you say the battle rappers is the same reaction as the fans. No, because they advanced in the science and they going crazy every line because they can understand it and they like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But the crowd don't get it, so they don't understand what's going on right now.
That's why, thank God for the camera. See, damn near all of your career, none of your battles have been on camera. So that's why you can say thank God for the camera now, because now that we could go back and watch that. Like, I haven't watched the battles since because I've been fucking all over the place and doing so much other shit with the battles. So when I get a chance to watch it back, that's how I'm going to look at it. I'm going to analyze what was said. In the building, it's different. If you don't get it in the building at that moment, it makes a big difference. So, yeah, thank God it is on camera. Now, when we go back, we could actually watch it and then say, you know what? He was saying some shit. We just didn't get it in the building.
When you watch it back, you can rate the bars. Like, you can come up with a point system for the lines that you like, the lines that was good, haymakers, crazy lines that you really like, and you can rate them and rate both of our verses and then add up the points after every one, and you're going to see that I bodied them in every verse.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. Between tomorrow and Wednesday, I'm gonna actually watch it, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna holler at you, and then I'm gonna tell you the shit that I liked and the shit that I didn't like on both ends. How about that?
And make sure that if you didn't like it, that you write it down so I can explain it to you, because it probably went over your head like a lot of that shit is.
No doubt.
When you do the point system, I appreciate that. That's what I want to get the bloggers into. I want to get everybody into studying the science, not just going by just random opinions, but really getting into the science. So I definitely would appreciate that. You can get me back on the phone when you break down these bars so we can go over it
and
together.
We can talk about it, yes.
All right, bro, I'm here.
Yeah. Now, the last thing is, Judge, would you be willing, like your next battle, to actually have it judged? Or does that matter to you to actually have maybe 3 judges or 5 judges and somebody, to really, say, okay, he won the battle or he won the battle?
It would depend on how the judges was picked and what type of judges they were. Like what they was, what part they played, you know what I'm saying? And I think it would have to be like a different all different types. Like not just 3, not like I wouldn't want to do like KRS-One, Chuck D, and Rakim. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though they both, you know what I'm saying, not both, all legends, and you know what I'm saying, paved the way for this shit. It's like they all from one time period. So, you know what I mean? I would get like maybe one of them, like one of the dudes from that time period. Maybe a dude from another time period.
I like that.
You know, like a Fab or a Kiss or...
I like that.
Lloyd Banks, like from that time period. Then maybe get like a dude that's not about bars. Maybe like a dude that ain't even on bars, like a Young Thug or like, you know what I'm saying, a different type of nigga.
Gotcha.
Man.
I like that.
Like I'm saying, and you get like a Jeezy or somebody that got bars, but not like how you were expecting battle rap. And then you might get like a girl, you know what I'm saying, like a girl with some bars, like, you know what I'm saying, maybe like a Remy, and then one other person that might not even rap but study rap or do something big and rap or something, you know what I mean? Like maybe like a Big Tigger or something from the basement or something. Like different wide ranges of people so you can make sure that the opinion is right. You know what I'm saying? Not just one-sided for any reason. And depending on who battle won't be able to shift the narrative of the judges. Like if it was battle rap judges and they won't lean towards a battle rapper. Or if there's more industry judges, they won't lean towards a more industry dude. Like it's all different type of people. So,
right.
You know what I mean?
So you'd have to throw...
If it was picked right and it was decided right, I'd definitely be with it.
Yeah, you would have to throw in a battle rap face too, like Jay Black or somebody, you know what I mean? So you can't just do all outside people. There has to be somebody within the culture also.
I don't respect Jay Black's opinion because he said good, 3 old me, but he can't justify it with no bars. He can't like.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be him. I'm just saying somebody within the culture.
But I understand, like, you know what I mean, a big person that's in the culture. Exactly, definitely.
You're definitely not me because I wouldn't get everything in the building, so I already know that. So I wouldn't be able to sit there and analyze it in the building.
It was the owner even of a opposing league, like an owner of a league that's not like throwing that at, you know what I'm saying? So,
right.
That'd be good too.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be dope, man. So I'm gonna talk to Bees and Smack and see if that's even a possibility. Because at least you walk out of the building, you know, like feeling, you know, like, and then you would agree with those people if y'all agreed on the judges. If they say you lost, then it's like you lost. If they say you won, you know, you won. So you'd have to take that.
Even with judges, they would have to get better control over the crowd. Like the crowd wouldn't be able to interfere with the bars for people to be able to judge. Because any judge thing, the crowd can't really. And when you be seeing them judge shows on TV, the crowd got to be silent until it's over.
Well, you can't do that in the battle rap crowd, brother.
Exactly.
You can't control them.
It'd be harder to do. That's why I'm trying to get everybody to understand the science. So you don't need a judge to tell you who won to make you determine. Because once they said they won, now you just like, oh, he won.
Right, right.
Everybody be able to understand the science so you can judge for yourself. So you can listen to any battle or even go back to battles that you previously watched. But now you understand the science so you can judge it the right way and you can understand it yourself so that all of the fans, all of the people could be able to understand and pick the real winner, not just the judge or influenced by a crowd or what somebody else say.
Yo, there's a league, I think it's Barcode in Houston, right? And they getting ready to do this June 7th. They do it's called Home 2, right? So what they're the first people to actually have wireless headphones for everybody in the crowd, right? So when what do you think about that? That you're at a battle rap event and you have wireless headphones on and you're hearing everything that those battle rappers are saying and less of what the crowd is doing.
That's smart. If they could do that, that'd be dope.
He did it last year at Gnome 8. Well, not at Gnome 8. He had his own event, and it was called Home. Houston's, I can't break down the acronym, but I think something like that would help what you're trying to say, how you take the crowd out of it.
For them being able to touch bars in that type of environment, especially a lot of them people was there since 9 in the morning, and that shit went till late at night, so people were exhausted, tired of standing up.
Yeah.
People might be hungry, people might got responsibilities, like people aggravated. People we might have ran out, you never know. So it's like, damn, at the end of the day, you got to take all of that in consideration, but if people had some headsets on and they were able to hear everything that's said clearer and louder and more crisp, then they would be able to judge better, the same way like the people that watch it back on video.
Yeah,
so
shout out to Beretta Blaze and Scotty out in Houston. That shit is fire. Last thing, brother, before I let you go, I'm going to this Queen of the Ring thing in a minute.
Even bad, no, I'm the ring. That was a Queen's flip.
Yeah, she was suited when you mentioned her name too.
Because what's going crazy for that? It's like, I mean, you a bitch. I said, you a bitch trainer, man. I mean, shit, even bad. So I'm the king of the ring. That was a Queen's flip, and it's the queen of the ring. But I'm the king of the ring. That was a Queen's flip. The Queen's flip was his man at the face off, and he was acting like a bitch, and Queen's flip was keeping up for him like he was his man, and that whole line was retarded. But niggas, it just don't catch it. It's just too advanced for niggas. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just mad you didn't mention my name. You said 15 minutes of fame, but I needed that Uncle Rob shout out. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
I thought that was the brand, man, but I got you, man.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Shouting me out with 15 minutes of fame was fire for me, brother, and I appreciate that. Yo, this is what I wanted to ask you, because you were talking about how it made a difference because y'all went last. Crowd is tired. They've been all day.
Over. Like that battle was just 15 minutes of fame. Like, I mean, he battled over 15 years, 15 minutes of fame. So he got his little shine while he was on the stage with me, and that was over. That's what I meant.
Crazy. Now, do you wish you would have went maybe third, or the next time around? Does it matter if you go last? Do you want to go early? I know a lot of battle rappers don't like going last because of the same thing you just mentioned earlier. The crowd, they're tired.
Will Floyd ever fight third? Will Floyd ever fight early?
Okay.
No.
Okay.
He's always fight fast, so I'm always battle last. I'm just that type of ball.
Okay. Yeah, I know a lot of battle rappers, they don't like going last. Some want to go second, some want to go third. You know, they said it's like a different energy from the crowd at certain moments throughout the battle, throughout the event, rather.
I understand that they was tired and all that, and it was like, I mean, a long day and all that. I do understand that, but it is what it is. It's like I'm just a headliner, and if I go third, then the niggas that go after me ain't gonna have no crowd to perform in front of.
Talk that shit, Cass. Everybody fuck around and leave after that, huh?
Of course, that's what they came to see me. Coming to see me. It's like, so after I go, it's over, we out. Like, why would we wait all the more hours to see whoever battles? Like,
Oh, shit, yo. My man, Cassidy, Thanos, Bars is back. I appreciate you, brother. Every time you give me some of your time, man, I always appreciate it, man. I know you're busy.
Nah, I appreciate you as well, man. And when you bring some bars down, when you watch it back over, man, hit me back and let me know where you at with it, man.
But between tomorrow and Wednesday, I'll probably be hitting you Wednesday or Thursday, and we're going to do it.
All right, bro. Salute.
My man, thank you, brother. Have a good weekend, brother. We'll talk soon.
All right, boy.
All right.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.